Last Sunday, Ben spent 4 hours in his kitchen preparing what he thought would be a week of healthy meals. He cooked 12 identical portions of chicken, rice, and broccoli, divided them into plastic containers, and labeled each one with military precision. By Monday evening, he felt proud of his dedication. By Tuesday lunch, he was getting tired of the same flavors. By Wednesday dinner, he couldn't stomach another bite of that rubbery chicken and mushy broccoli combination. Thursday became takeout pizza. Friday was fast food. The weekend turned into a complete nutritional free-for-all. Those remaining 9 meal prep containers, they're still sitting in his freezer 6 months later, a monument to good intentions and poor execution. I'm Eric, and I need to tell Ben and anyone who's tried meal prep and given up that there's a better way. The Instagram version of meal prep is setting people up for failure. Social media shows you perfectly portioned containers lined up like a military operation, identical meals for an entire week, and influencers spending their entire Sunday afternoon cooking elaborate recipes with 15 different ingredients. This approach works great for photos, but it's terrible for real life. It assumes you want to eat the same meal 7 times, that you have unlimited time on weekends, and that meal prep should feel like a part-time job instead of a simple tool for making your week easier. Here's the 20-minute strategy that actually works in the real world. You batch cook proteins only, prep vegetables once, and assemble fresh meals daily with variety. That's it. No complicated recipes, no fancy containers, no Sunday marathon cooking sessions that leave you exhausted before your week even starts. The science behind why Ben's approach failed isn't complicated. It's called meal fatigue, and it's a real psychological phenomenon. When you eat identical foods repeatedly, your brain's reward system adapts and reduces the pleasure response. What started as a delicious meal becomes boring, then unappetizing, then completely repulsive. Your brain is designed to crave variety because different foods provide different nutrients. Fighting this biological drive with willpower alone is a losing battle that even the most disciplined people eventually lose. But variety doesn't have to mean complexity. Here's how Ben transformed his meal prep from 4-hour failures to 20-minute success. Every Sunday, he spends 20 minutes batch cooking 2 proteins. 3 pounds of chicken breasts go in the oven with simple seasoning. 2 pounds of ground beef get cooked on the stovetop with basic spices. While those are cooking, he washes and chops vegetables for the week. Bell peppers, onions, broccoli, carrots, whatever he bought that week. Everything gets stored separately in the refrigerator, ready for mixing and matching. Now, Ben's daily meal assembly takes 5 minutes instead of 4 hours. Monday might be chicken with quinoa and roasted peppers. Tuesday could be ground beef with rice and steamed broccoli. Wednesday brings chicken again, but this time with sweet potato and sautéed onions. Same proteins, different combinations, completely different meals. His taste buds stay engaged, his nutrition stays on track, and his sanity stays intact. The beauty of this system is its flexibility. If Ben gets invited to lunch on Wednesday, he doesn't throw away his entire week of identical meals. He just adjusts Thursday's assembly to use what he has. If he finds a great deal on salmon at the grocery store, he can easily swap it for one of his batch proteins next week. The system adapts to his life instead of demanding that his life adapt to his meal prep. Simplicity beats complexity every single time. You don't need elaborate recipes that require 20 ingredients and 2 hours of prep time. You don't need expensive glass containers that take up half your refrigerator. You don't need to portion everything to the exact gram like you're preparing for a bodybuilding competition. You need proteins that taste good reheated, vegetables that maintain their texture, and carbohydrates that complement different combinations. After 6 months of the 20-minute strategy, Ben's relationship with meal prep completely changed. Instead of dreading Sunday afternoons, he looks forward to 20 minutes of simple cooking that sets up his entire week for success. Instead of forcing down identical meals until he can't stand them anymore, he enjoys variety and flexibility within a structured system. Instead of viewing meal prep as a prison sentence that restricts his choices, he sees it as a tool for freedom that gives him more options during busy weekdays. Your challenge this week is to try the 20-minute approach. Choose 1 or 2 proteins you enjoy eating. Spend 20 minutes batch cooking them with simple seasonings. Prep your vegetables by washing and chopping them once. Then assemble fresh meals daily, mixing and matching proteins, vegetables, and carbohydrates based on what sounds good that day. Notice how this feels different from the all-or-nothing approach that leaves you eating identical meals or abandoning meal prep entirely. I'm Eric, and that's your raw daily fuel. Remember, meal prep is a tool for freedom, not a prison sentence. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Raw Daily Fuel. Diverse voices, global perspectives, one mission, giving you practical systems that fit real life.